Kenny Carroll inches towards that Lucas Oil start zone. And he is off and running with the Jicamo Superstocks. Got to tell you, I don't really have a rooting interest whenever it comes to races here. Don't really care who wins, just want to see a good race, but I will say it's good to see Frank Escamilla in the 73 running as well as he is tonight. He has had nothing but bad luck throughout the season, just has not had the good runs put together. But it looks as though Frank is hooked up and on rails behind the wheel of the 73 tonight. He has ran 4 features and is still looking for his first top 10 of the year. Tonight might be the night. And let's hope the announcer jinx doesn't lay into him. He's running third right now. Tony Anglin around the outside. He's the first car to go up to the high rent district. Murray to the inside of the Bayou Girl. Frank up the track. And now we've got a challenge for the lead. Kenny Carroll with Josh Jones, 2 car lengths behind. And the Midwest Sheet Metal caution out as the 06 slowed on the backstretch, Morgan Campbell. And is that the third drive shaft of the night? We have the trifecta. If you had 3 drop drive shafts on your bingo card, you win. Stacy Stannick's going to buy you a drink at the Diamond Bar. You just have to have your bingo card filled out and 3 drop drive shafts on there somewhere. So Morgan Campbell unable to get back to the pit area on his own. Hey, you know, we've got the B-Mods. If I'm a B-Mod driver, I am checking out every joint in my drivetrain just to make sure this doesn't happen for a 4th time tonight. So Kenny Carroll was getting challenged by Josh Jones, and Jones has stopped over on the top side of turn number 2. Having something checked out from the crew here. And he appears to be just fine, so he's going to come back out. Carroll, Jones, and Murray, your top 3. So Josh Jones will go back up to 2nd. Frank Escamilla still runs in 4th, and Gary Clark 5th. So stacked and packed, and Josh Jones has elected to go inside of row number 2 of the Delaware double file restart. Kenny Carroll, front row all to his own. Shifts Aaron Murray to the outside, and Frank Escamilla to the inside of row number 3. On the original start, Kenny Carroll was extremely slow and didn't press the go button until almost the very tail end of the restart zone. We'll see if he changes that up as they go in. Oh, Josh Jones, yep, Kenny Carroll kept him slow. Josh Jones tried to time it out, and it didn't work. Midwest Sheet Metal caution comes out for just a dismal start. Kenny Carroll's Pretty smart guy up front. He knew Josh Jones was going to try to get the jump. He's not going to let him. So he kept it slow. So again, with the 1 jumping the gun, the 73 of Frank Escamilla will go up inside row number 2. Let me tell you, Jerry Ballinger does not joke around, man. He's going to hold you to task. We've seen it multiple times tonight. Race director here, the eye in the sky. Nothing gets past big bad Jerry Ballinger. And now Kenny Carroll. He's going to fire off quickly. Everyone had gotten so used to him being so slow. Now the second he gets to the restart zone, he presses down on the loud pedal and jets out to a 5-car length advantage ahead of Frank Escamilla. '73 and the 1 leaning on one another. Off of turn number 3, Escamilla up the track. Allows Gary Clark to get to the inside. Kenny Carroll starting to check out. This completes lap number 7. And you wonder if maybe a little bit of contact there got Frank Escamilla's car a little squirrely because he went from running top 3 to now dropping outside of the top 5. Carroll by 1.7 seconds ahead of Josh Jones. Gary Clark now up into 3rd. And Tim Brown, your point leader, has almost worked up to a podium spot right now. Tony Anglin, who was 2nd in points, he has now dropped back to 6th. So what might have turned into a closer point battle, now with Tim Brown getting around Tony Anglin, now it's going to be an even wider point battle with 9 laps to go. Car stopped over on the inside of turn number 2. And the Midwest Sheet Metal caution comes out for Logan Thompson. Thompson in the 16, and the Getting Basted Gold's Auto Repair Rural Missouri Rentals ride with 1 top 10 on the season. Now going to have to go back to the caboose. And yeah, the announcer jinx got Frank Escamilla. He was up in the top 3, and now he's dropped back to 8th. We've ran 12 laps, 8 remain. And Kenny Carroll. Now with Josh Jones, this being a single file restart, Josh had been challenging Kenny Carroll in the opening laps. On the double file restart, Jones was starting inside row 3 and kind of lost sight of Kenny Carroll, but now he's right out the front nose. And Tim Brown is going to try to lay waste to Josh Jones as soon as he can and give himself enough laps to try to haul in the 94. Not sure if the 111 is going to be able to clear Josh Jones quite as easy. As Tony Anglin rim rides around the top side, he's going to move to the outside of Gary Clark and make that a battle for 3rd, or 4th, I should say. So battle for 2nd, Jones and Brown. Battle for 4th has Gary Clark at the inside of Tony Anglin, and Will Smart's going to get up into the picture as well. Despite the 1 and the 111 running side by side, they really haven't lost touch with Kenny Carroll, only about 4 or 5 car lengths behind him, but they're running out of laps with 5 to go. The 4G and the G1 side by side for 4th. Now that Jones and Tim Brown have stopped their battle with one another, can either of them catch up with your lead car of Kenny Carroll? Again, Logan Thompson gonna spin for the second time. So that will be the second Midwest Sheet Metal caution brought out by the 16. So Logan Thompson off the track, sponsored by Getting Basic, got to say this. Fantastic barbecue at Getting Basic. They enter all sorts of barbecue contests, and Lendl Scranton's, his ears perked right now whenever I start talking about that. I saw somebody had a misprint. They won some type of barbecue thing, but they put it on social media. The Getting Blasted won. Somebody needs to do some spell check for them. Single file restart for Kenny Carroll, Josh Jones, and Tim Brown. Through the Lucas Oil start zone, back underway for Kenny Carroll. Battle waging on for second. Tim Brown at the line. Naked eye had Josh Jones ahead, but timing and scoring showed Tim Brown ahead on that last lap ahead of Josh Jones. And now it's clearly that way. Tim Brown has gotten second on that last lap. And can he, on this final lap, as the white comes out, have anything for Kenny Carroll? The gap is too big. I went down to the pit area and I asked Kenny Carroll, anything new I need to know? He says, nope, yep, same old, same old. Kenny Carroll in victory lane for the third time in 2025. He wins over Tim Brown in second, Josh Jones in third, Tony Anglin able to hang on to fourth, and Will Smart rounding out your top 5.